Hello and welcome to King Kaboobler Plays Mega Man 4. Today we'll be checking out Mega Man vs. Bright Man. He's named Bright Man, as you can see, because he has a giant light bulb for his head. And I bet you can bet that there's a lot of light-based puzzles in this level. Probably things going dark, fireworks, all sorts of things. Look at these wonderful electricity tubes. Let's see what happens when you shoot one of those little flying buggers with the light bulbs. I bet you maybe everything just goes dark. I'll have to check that out pretty soon. As you can see, we're almost done the game at this point. This is the last of the regular Robot Master levels for Mega Man 4. See how they get you right there? Sometimes a power-up like a life, an extra life, will pop up on the spikes. Now you're not going to get that. Kind of leaves you with a little bit of disappointment. But I guess if you're doing really bad and you're low on health, maybe it would be worth it to get that extra life, you know? Because you can start off back at the beginning or at a checkpoint. I guess it's only worth it really if there's a checkpoint. Full life, maybe you'll do better next time. Gotta like the all-new original enemies. They don't really rehash enemies too much in these Mega Man games. They have their standards. I never remembered their names, but those little yellow guys with the yellow caps and the plus sign on them. They shoot out the single little balls, the single little energy balls at you. They kind of reinvent them throughout the games. There's different versions of that creature, of that robot, I should say. Yes, this is kind of cool. But what are we going to do now? Well, fell down off the platform. Guess you gotta use a rush jet. Rush jet's very useful. In this game you can actually control the rush jet. You can make it go up, down, left, right. In the other games you can only really go left or right. Which is an improvement, definitely. But this section calls more for a rush coil. I have to try to get to the very edge of the platform. Otherwise it just seems to want to, it doesn't seem to want to go at all. So I guess the rush jet is the way to go here. Now get the rush coil. Oh, come on. There we go. Gotta get that energy to 1-up. It's always super helpful to get extra energy tanks. Always need extra energy tanks. Unless you've got 9, which is the limit, always. Can't get more than 9. So yes, let's make up a funny story now about, the origins of Bright Man. One day, Dr. Wily was thinking about, inspiration. He needed new inspiration for a new Robot Master, but he wasn't coming up with anything. And he was just looking at books that had to deal with inspiration and all this stuff, hoping to get some idea. And there was one little image that kept on coming up. The man with the light bulb on his head, you know, which seemed to be the symbol for inspiration, for ideas. And, well, at that point, Dr. Wily got inspiration from the image of inspiration. You know what? I'm gonna make a robot that controls the light. Yeah, it's a decent little idea. Not his most original idea, not his best idea, but, you know, it does work. And he recognized that at once. It basically does work, so why not, you know? He hadn't really made a pure light-based robot before, not a Robot Master anyway. So yeah, he does like to be original when he can. Sometimes he does rehash ideas, but even when he rehashes an idea, he'll come up with a whole new Robot Master to complement that idea. You gotta expect that he's going to rehash the fire idea, because, you know, fire is fire, and it's just, well, it's fire. It's a very basic thing, a very basic idea to have as an enemy to use fire. So, you know, and, you know, there's lots of different synonyms for fire. You have flame, you have fire, you have, well, flame and fire. And a whole bunch of different synonyms that I just can't think of at the moment. But there's a lot more. So we're going to turn out the lights right here. That's what happens when you shoot one of those little buggers. All the lights go off. It seems they go off for quite a while. And they get to outrun bullets. Mega Man gets to outrun bullets. He's so awesome. Look at him go. Oh, come on. That is so annoying. You get all the way to the end. And then you get knocked back. Now we get to try that again. Get to jump on the robotic grasshoppers. Traverse the sea of spikes. Shoot the totem poles. Yeah, and that was back to Brightman. That was basically the inspiration for the idea of Brightman. And the light bulb over the head, Dr. Wily went to work. There was one prototype version. And he got scrapped pretty quickly. Pretty much because he used a different wattage than what was needed. And that's something that Dr. Wily didn't put into proper consideration when he first started making the first prototype. It was a simple calculation error. And basically he just didn't end up making a new robot, he just repurposed the first prototype. Because at this point, just like with Toadman, he was kind of having a little bit of a financial breakdown. He made Brightman around the same time that he made Toadman. And that's right when he spent all of his fortune on Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. He had quite the addiction to Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Dr. Wily got really fat there for a little while. Had to go to the gym for, a good year and a half before he got his old figure back. He always blamed the Reese's Cups. To this day, he can't go to the store, a convenience store, because he knows that he'll get back on the wagon. He will end up buying more Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. He has to stay away from the chocolate section altogether. He actually sends out robots to do his grocery shopping for him, just so he doesn't fall back into his Reese's Peanut Butter trap. He still goes to meetings. There's not very many people with that problem, so it's usually just him and the psychiatrist. Now we see the battle against Brightman, which Brightman actually won. But that was expected. I was just checking out his patterns and stuff right there. Now we're going to start using some more strategy. I think the first thing to do would be to break that glass light bulb. That doesn't seem to want to happen. Oh crap, he froze me. Yeah, that's where the energy tanks come in handy. When things are not going so well on a boss. Oh, I couldn't even jump there. I tried. It's weird, it's like the controller was frozen. But it didn't matter. Brightman has been defeated, and the world is on its way to being saved by Mega Man.